And why do you think last night was a different story than previous years?
Well, Doug, I think that actually the somewhat the amount of publicity that what the police was going to do and what kind of precautions were being taken here in Dallas was pretty well publicized in both Oklahoma and in Austin. And I believe also that our citizens had a good deal to do with seeing that some of the people that didn't belong in the downtown area didn't go. And then the police did an exceptional job for a Friday night. The police kept people moving more. They kept them going on and not stopping and talking and loitering. If they were having a good time and it was within the limits of the law, it was fine. If they're moving and they keep moving, then they can't stop and loiter and pick an argument or pick a fight and get in any trouble.
Would you like to see the game come back next year?
Well, I think, Doug, as long as we can decrease, now necessarily we didn't, it's not acceptable. We had still over 400 arrests, and I think as long as arrests are still high, we have to continue to see what we can do. But I'm told that the disturbances weren't near as bad as they had been in the past, and if we can continue and possibly do better next year, I'm sure we'll want the game back.
Would you commend the police department for their actions last night?
Yes, I would. I think the police did an excellent job last night. Very good, and my understanding was that we had better than 180 state troopers in here also helping them.
The teachers seem to have no conflict with each other by using the rooms during the day and the night. They seem to clean up everything after they left, and everything was in order the next day when the day teacher began her work.
The most appealing thing to me in this type of program was that it brought the families together, not only in the entertainment area, but in the academically area.
Did the people there see, how are you going to really convince other agencies and businessmen in the community to put themselves wholeheartedly into this?
I think this would be a job for the parents and the students at the school at Pearl C. Anderson. I think they best can interpret and say to the business community and to agencies and concerned citizens what their needs are at Pearl C. And I think our job would be to see that the two get together to discuss the needs and what the problems are.
A unique concept in American higher education embodying the ideals and values of man's struggle for freedom will be unveiled in this normally quiet West Texas town on the 16th, 17th, and 18th of October. Brownwood, Texas has become a hubbub of excitement and activity as it prepares for the official dedication ceremonies of Howard Payne College's Douglas MacArthur Academy of Freedom. Dr. Guy Newman, president of the institution, has announced General William Westmoreland, Chief of Staff of the Army, will deliver the main address, after which Mrs. Douglas MacArthur will unveil the larger-than-life statue of her famous husband. The honors program of the Social Science Division is conducted under environmental conditions in 5 major halls. Students become more appreciative of freedom's rich heritage through studies in the Hall of Christian Civilization, which contains a tremendous mural depicting the evolution of man's freedom. One proceeds to the Mediterranean Hall, a reflection of man's initial step toward freedom. Then Magna Carta Hall, the European contribution to the eventual American concept of freedom. The Independence Hall is an exact replica of the room in which the world's most important document was signed, and Constitution Hall, with its modern study technique, traces freedom's fight through today. Dignitaries from around the world will be in attendance at the most auspicious occasion in West Texas history. This is Bob Gooding in Brownwood for Channel 8 News on the Move.
Well, the special reward is the satisfaction of playing a great piece of music, hearing yourself play it. Sometimes I wonder if great music is not as much therapy for the person who's performing it as it is for the person you hope will listen to it. But it's a great satisfaction for the performer as well as the listener to realize that he's working on a great work of art that is here today, will be here tomorrow, and will be with him for all of his life. It's a little different because it's something that is very lasting.